Alright, so it says we're live. There's only one thing we can do to test that theory out. It's by looking at our own stream on YouTube. If you guys can hear us out there, leave a comment. I'm going to keep this up just so we have something to look at, make sure everything's rolling okay. Looky there.
There.
So there's going to be a little bit of delay, guys, so just bear with us. If you post something, we're not going to see it immediately. I think the quality actually looks pretty good today. I guess we do have pretty good Wi-Fi. Way to go, Sunlink. Guess you aren't true failures. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to pull up the timestamps because I'm going to be needing those. Also, I think these glasses make me look a bit more sophisticated, so we're going to go with that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to argue there.
Y'all feeling alright?
He must be hurting. He's not arguing.
No, not yet.
No, you give me time. I'll start arguing.
He will. He will, for sure.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty to argue over today.
Alright, so like I said, if you guys are watching us via YouTube right now, we are going to do this live. We're doing the live podcast, so if you have anything, just leave a comment down below. We will get to those comments when we do our 3 intervals. We're also doing this for Red Wolf Radio, so we're going to kind of keep it professional for once, so just bear with us today.
Look over at Doug. That's the first thing. Look over at him. You ain't got to worry about me.
No.
Oh, package came for you today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, you guys ready?
At least that's the only package I showed him.
That's great. Take 2. You guys didn't see any of that, thankfully. So we're good. Kind of nervous, actually. I've got some butterflies on my stomach.
We could play Operation.
No, I think I'm good, thank you. Maybe next time.
Water on the name.
Okay, take a quick sip of water before we begin this. It's going to be a long, painful podcast.
For you, maybe.
Yeah, for me. Because I don't know what the frick I'm talking about.
Fake it till you make it.
It's the motto. We got to stick to it.
Just don't break it.
You can have
Because
my
if you
word.
break it, you buy it.
That doesn't rhyme at all.
Shush. It doesn't have to rhyme. Who am I, Dr. Seuss?
Cancelled.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, AEW wrestling fans? We are approximately 2 days away from the pay-per-view known as AEW Revolution. We are super excited, super stoked about it, and we hope you guys are as well. And so today we just got confirmation about a lot of the matches on the card, so we're going to be discussing about all that good stuff in today's podcast. But if this is your first time listening to us, this is Pro Wrestling Roundup, airing live on Red Wolf Radio every single Monday at 7 p.m. Central. I shouldn't say every single Monday. It's only until the end of the semester. Or I don't know. Maybe if we do good
Comment
enough.
down below if you want us to keep going after the semester's over. Should we, be able to keep Peter on a schedule?
It's like, I don't know. Maybe if we do a good enough job, they will want us to keep doing this every week.
Maybe. Also, if you watch our Elimination Chamber special, I'm the champ.
He is the champ.
You're going
He
to try
won.
to take it from me, and you ain't going to beat me.
Once again, if I want the belt, I'll take the belt.
He'll manhandle it from you.
It's Peter's belt anyway.
Well, anyway, Cody is apparently the champion right now because he got the most Elimination Chamber matches correct from the card. So
Hey, how'd King
kudos
Corbin
to
do?
you. He did excellent, bro. He got eliminated first. But hey, let's talk about that a different time. We got to talk about this upcoming event with AEW. That's what this podcast is going to be circling around anyway, so we don't want to get too off topic, but I'll let that one slide just because you talked about my boy Corbin,
Thank you.
even though he got eliminated first. So we're also doing this a little bit differently this week, and I should have did a bad job mentioning this last week, but as you know, we do broadcast this on Red Wolf Radio every Monday at 7 p.m. Central, but this time we're doing it just a tad bit different. You're going to be able to see a replay directly from our YouTube channel at the Peter J Show, so be sure to go check us out, and if you guys don't watch it live, if you guys don't watch it on Red Wolf Radio, you'll be able to catch a replay right here. So anyway, let's beat the cast. First and foremost, you guys are being joined by yours truly, YouTube specialist Peter J. We are also joined by Cody, the world champion, and Mr. Doug, also known as X-Pac.
So what you get when you get bags packed from Wish? You get Doug.
Fat Pac.
All right, so shall we get into this main
There are
card?
no letters in the alphabet.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's get on
I
track
got that
here.
out. Let's go.
Okay, good. Let it all out in the beginning. That way we can have it smooth throughout the
It's not all out yet.
Let's go.
No, it's not all out. It's Revolution. All out's in a few months.
Fair enough.
So I'm sure you guys are super excited about this event.
Oh, you know I am. You know,
Oh, I know
huge,
you always are.
Huge AEW fan. If I'm not working, I'm watching it every week live.
So I've got a question for you, actually, Cody.
Okay.
Are you gonna do like a live watch party for this show, or?
I probably won't do that because I'm going over with some friends to watch it.
Oh,
So-
okay. I got you. You making any bets? I
Oh,
guess
wait,
we'll
wait.
talk about that a little bit later when
Yeah.
we get onto the card. But I'm
Don't
just
bet on wrestling. You'll always lose.
That's why I'm the champion and you're not.
That's not betting. Betting is how you win or lose money.
We ain't got no money. I don't know about you, but I ain't got no money.
Ask Excalibur how he lost his $5. Don't bet on wrestling.
Alright, let's get into this card.
all right. So according to the trusty Wikipedia page, there is 9 matches scheduled for this weekend's card. So we're just gonna go through the first one right here real quick. So match number 1, we've got the Young Bucks versus the Inner Circle for the Tag Team Championship. No, for the World Tag Team Championship. So, who do you think is going to come out that match winners?
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bucks are the best tag team in the world. Hey, I know what you're thinking over there.
I can't disagree as much as I want to.
They've been holding it down. They've been having phenomenal matches against FTR, Hangman and Omega. I want to see them hold the titles for a while.
They've had the titles for a while.
And I know for a while longer. And they not long enough. And I know you got the Inner Circle. I've said plenty of times Chris Jericho's my all-time favorite. I can't stand MJF. I know you're not supposed to,
That
but I
means he's
literally
doing a good job.
I cannot stand him at all. I want to see him get his face pummeled in every single week.
Sounds kind of brutal. What do you have against MJF, besides the fact that he's an excellent heel?
That he's too good.
Or does he just have a punchable face?
He's got a very
He got a very
face.
punchable face.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense then. I mean, he's paired with Jericho, though.
True, but I gotta say the Young Bucks win. I want to see them hold it for a much longer time. I mean, that's the reason why there's AEW Tag Team Championships, so the Young Bucks could have it.
Nah, see, here's my problem. My problem is I want to see the Young Bucks lose it, but I want to see them lose it to a good tag team. Jericho and MJF are great individual wrestlers. They're not really a tag team. They don't have the history. They don't have...
I mean, they won that Inner Circle match where they beat Santana Ortiz and Sammy Hagar.
Santana and Ortiz are a tag team. Have been for a long time.
And, I've been hearing not true, but it's a theory. Somebody saying that they could have MJF and Jericho win, and they have Santana and Ortiz win the Battle Royal.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, that could lead to the absolute destruction of the Inner Circle. We've already seen Sammy leave.
Now
Sammy's not coming back.
Yeah. I would like to see one by one or two, if you count Santana Ortiz.
Yeah.
Everybody get tired of the Inner Circle infighting and crap till it's just Jericho left by himself.
Right, I'm waiting for Wardlow to break free from MJF.
That'd be nice.
Because Wardlow's a beast in the ring.
He is, and I'd like to see him get out on his own.
You saw what he did in that cage match against Cody.
Yes, I did. So yeah, I want to see the Bucks lose the championships eventually. I don't think it's the right time for them to lose it yet.
I don't think so either. Not to a team like Jericho and MJF has basically been thrown together for a while. Not even a while, because Jericho's team was Sammy, and then MJF joined in, and
yeah.
so
And the Bucks are a team that can look good in losing. You know, everything they do looks perfect. Picture perfect.
And this has me interested because you saw what they did to the Young Bucks' dad.
Yeah.
Beat him up and then slam him against the truck.
It gives them more reason to win.
Yeah. So, that's going to be a great match.
Man, you telling me they beat up his dad, bro?
They beat up Papa Buck.
What the heck
old
is
Buck.
going on?
They
man?
didn't beat up Uncle Buck.
Old Buck.
I thought this was a family wrestling show.
Oh,
Now
this
I
is
see
not
dads
going to be a
getting
family
beat up,
wrestling
man.
show.
Oh, you just wait till we get to the main event. That's what I'm excited
Well, Doug's
for.
already been
Hashtag
giving me
not for
information
your
about
family.
that match. So,
Oh, that match is going to be brutal. We'll get to that in a little bit, though.
oh, we'll get to the good stuff in a little bit. So, what I'm hearing is both of you would agree that the Young Bucks is going to come out this match as the AEW World Tag Team Champions.
In a perfect world, yes.
That's how it should be booked.
That's how I would do it.
Okay.
If I was Tony Khan, the head charge of AEW, I would book the Young Bucks to win that.
Okay, fair enough.
But do I want to see Santana and Ortiz eventually be the AEW
Eventually,
World Tag
down the
Team
line,
champs?
they're going to be World Tag Team
They need
Champions.
to be. They need to be.
They're too good not to be.
Okay, so I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the second match on the card. And also, I don't really know if these matches are going to be in this specific order. It's just kind of randomized right now, so we're not really...
We're just reading what we got on the order right here.
Cards subject to change.
Yes, very subject to change. So, next match we have, you've got Team Taz, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks.
Absolute Ricky Starks.
Absolute liquor Starks.
Shut up. Okay. I messed up there, okay? We got that out.
Okay, you got Team Taz versus Darby Allin and Sting.
I've been a fan of Sting since childhood. And I'm the old part of the group.
Yeah, so you're a little bit older than us, so you grew up with Sting more than we would.
Absolutely.
We know Sting of what we've seen from his WWE run, and we can go back and see what we...
You guys might know Sting as far back as maybe Impact.
Yeah, we know his Impact run too.
Hey,
the
TNA
Joker
was
Sting.
great, man. TNA was great.
Joker Sting was great.
Joker Sting was actually not so bad. But the first and only wrestling t-shirt... no, I take it back. I had an RVD shirt for a while. But my first ever wrestling t-shirt I ever wore was a Crow Sting shirt. It was like one of the first ones they ever sold of it.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
And
you know, Bo, he cites Sting as one of his favorites, so...
Hey, I did not know that.
So, hey, Sting has left a major impact in...
Here's my thoughts on this particular match, though. They've gone back and forth. They've each taken each other's bumps. Cage is taking bumps from Sting.
See Cage powerbomb Sting, and then this past week Sting gave him the Stinger Splash, put him in the Scorpion Deathlock or Sharpshooter, whichever one you want to call it.
They're slightly different,
Yeah,
but
same thing, basically.
it just depends on who's putting it on. Honestly.
Yeah, Bret Hart's doing it as a Sharpshooter, Sting's doing it as a Scorpion Deathlock.
And if Natalia's doing it, no, he's watching it.
Oh! Jeez. But
The truth of the matter for this match is Cage and Ricky Starks can't afford to lose this match. They've lost several things in a row. Team Taz is looking bad.
so you're gonna put Team Taz over Darby and Sting?
As much as I love Darby and Sting, I think that they can't afford to go forward losing a match like this. They've looked bad over and over and over again. They either need to pull out a win or they need to find a way to make them look good in losing.
Right. I don't think they're going to have Sting lose. This is his first match he's competing in. Darby being the TNT champion. I like Brian Cage. He's got the FTW title. I haven't seen much that I like from Ricky Starks yet.
Oh, I've been a fan
Ricky
of Starks.
Ricky Starks is good. He's just not found that one thing that made me be a true fan of him.
I've been a fan of Starks since I first saw him on NWA Power. I started watching that the first show it came on, and I immediately noticed the charismatic nature of this kid. He was their TV champion when he was over there, and when he first showed up on AEW, I thought, man, this is a great get.
Now, I will say, when he first showed up, he's grown on me since when he first showed up. When he first showed up, I didn't care for him. Now, I care about him a little bit more, but I wouldn't put him nowhere near like the top of my favorites, AEW.
Yeah. Now, also, remember, we're looking at this is a street fight. This is basically a non-sanctioned kind of match.
And you think they're going to do like the cinematic style for it? Or
they're going to probably go a little bit cinematic.
Because, Sting can't take too much stuff into the ring. He did that powerbomb with Brian Cage, but it said he had all that extra padding and stuff on. And, don't hurt nobody. He's been doing stinger splashes for years. He knows how to do that stuff.
Right, but think about it.
Right.
You've got the whole of Team Taz. You've got Powerhouse Hobbs. You've got Hook. And you've got Taz himself, who's shown, even with Cody Rhodes, he's not afraid to put a Taz mission on somebody.
Right. Yes.
So, whereas you've got Sting and Darby Allin, and they're not pulling a whole lot of extra weight behind them.
But you think Powerhouse Hobbs and Hook are going to show for this?
Oh, yes.
You think so? I guess what Hobbs has been out because of the storms and stuff, the snowstorms. Yeah, that makes sense.
But Hook has been there, and he's shown some judo chops. He is his father's son.
True. When you're son of somebody like Taz who can just throw you around suplexes and holds like he did, you're gonna be good. But I just don't see them giving Cage and Starks it though.
I also, and here's my caveat. Tony Khan's already said that if something happens in this match and it causes Darby Allin not to be able to defend his belt,
he's got to defend against the winner of the ladder match this Wednesday.
And if he can't defend, he loses the title.
Right, he's got to basically forfeit. So that's an interesting thing.
They're setting him up to get injured. It's probably going to be a kayfabe injury, leaving Sting to try to win the match by himself.
So are you going to pick Darby to lose the title, whoever wins the ladder match then, or
no? I think they're going to go a different way. I think whoever wins the match is going to be in a shot for the title against.
No, because Tony Khan said himself Darby will defend it this next Wednesday on AEW Dynamite.
Or if he's not able to defend it, he's stripping him of the title.
Which I would assume then I would go to the winner of the ladder match. Because the ladder match is the number one contenders match.
Right, so you'll still have that number one contender versus somebody else. Whoever wins the ladder match versus somebody else.
I just assumed whoever won the ladder match, if Darby had to forfeit, they would get the title.
I don't think it'll work.
So I saw it, but I don't know. I'm going Darby and Sting.
Fair enough. I mean, you also have to know that this is Sting's, his first match?
Since 2015. Was it not a Champions 2015 for Seth Rollins?
It was not a Champions against Seth Rollins. It's been almost 6 years since his last match. He's going to have a little bit of ring rust.
A little bit, because he's done stuff in the ring, but nothing like a full-length match. Just a couple moves in there.
I mean, that's why they've got Darby with him, too, so he's not out there by himself being beaten to death.
Right.
That's also a street fight, too, so it's probably going to get brutal.
Darby's going to get thrown in the body bag somehow. He always does.
He's fantastic, but he's his own liability.
That kid's something, okay?
He'd throw himself off a bridge if he thought he'd win him a match.
Yeah. Hey, that's why I like him. It's like, I don't want to say exactly, but it's like early 2090s Jeff Hardy vibes where he'd just do anything.
I don't want to see Darby get hurt. I just want to see him try to hurt himself.
Yeah. And as long as he doesn't get hurt, hey, he can try it. He can do all that cool stuff, but I don't know. Darby and Sting.
Darby and Sting.
Darby and Sting.
I don't think Team Taz can afford to lose this.
Oh, well, hey,
They look like jokes losing. Time
But you're
after
losing
time
to
after time.
Sting, though. You're losing. It's not like you're losing to somebody no name. You're losing to Sting, one of the biggest names in wrestling. Darby Allin, who's a TNT champion, he's a big up and coming name. He's becoming that household name if you watch AEW.
I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I'm also going to say that to me and the childhood that I was raised in watching wrestling, Taz is almost as big a name as Sting ever was. And Team Taz can't afford to lose this.
I respect that, but I still think you're wrong.
well, no, this is good though. You guys have two different opinions about the outcome of the match, so we have, I guess, more power to the betting table if you guys decide to bet any greenbacks on
This is
the
gonna be
match.
the ones decided, isn't
Don't
it?
bet on wrestling. Also, how awesome would an actual body bag match be? Yeah.
Didn't Undertaker do one like? I swore it was like Undertaker and Warrior did one before.
I've seen casket matches.
I'm
but,
pretty sure Ultimate Warrior and Undertaker had a body bag match.
But Cage versus Allen in a body bag match, when you have to incapacitate your foe until they're in a body bag.
All right, guys. So that's all the time we have for you right now. But be on the lookout,
We'll see you
guys.
next week.
We're just gonna take a quick PSA break, and we got more content on the way. Don't go anywhere, guys.
See, he lied. We're still live.
For you, anyway.
Yes, we are still live, so you guys want to catch up on the comments?
You get to see all the back behind the scenes stuff.
Let's see if we got any comments.
We got any comments?
From
We had
our
some comments last
beautiful
time we did
fans.
this live.
We actually got a lot of interaction the last time we did this, and I think that's what made this a really cool experience. So we've got all music. This is the guy I was talking to you about.
Who's the guy in the middle? Did you not hear the introduction? How do you ask me who is? But he knows who Doug is. I've done more videos than Doug has.
Just not as important ones.
It's because I missed last week, didn't I?
Well, I don't think this particular person was here last week, but so I don't see why that would matter. Well, but yeah, we actually got a lot of wrestling feedback last week, and that made this podcast really special. We've only got one person watching right now. But yeah.
Only one on there.
Only one out there. Well,
It's Cody. He's watching on his phone.
we got one viewer out there. Hello. If you have any discussions.
If you haven't fallen asleep yet.
Hopefully not yet. We've got more to talk about with this awesome pay-per-view. So, I think with that being said then, no comments, questions, or concerns. We're going to start this
I'm concerned.
second segment.
I'm
We're going
concerned
to start
about
the
no
second
comments.
segment with your concern. We're going to ignore it.
You know what you're concerned.
It's fairly common. I do live in America.
Doug's heard plenty of women tell him that before.
Alright guys, we are back on Red Wolf Radio. You guys are listening to the Pro Wrestling Roundup, and we are discussing the AEW pay-per-view this weekend known as Revolution.
Don't we like the big show and call it Evolution? That was that all women's pay-per-view.
Yeah. You almost had me there. I almost had my tongue tied. But we've got a lot more really, really cool matchups on the way. We just discussed the Young Bucks match against the Inner Circle, and also Team Taz versus Darby and Sting. So moving on to the third match of the card, we have Hikaru.
Let me do it for you.
Hikaru
Shida
versus Ryo Mizunami.
Mizunami. Close enough. It don't matter.
Close enough.
You're Asian. You should know that.
That's
did
racist.
I'm gonna say this right now. I know you said no bet on wrestling, but I would have put money on the table that Britt Baker was going to run this whole tournament. And she goes out in the first round.
Yep. Because Britt's here to put other people over.
Me and buddies agree that it is Britt's time. Britt deserves it to carry the title. She was the only one in the tournament I could really see being champion.
See, my money was on Thunder Rosa.
But Thunder Rosa's still on with NWA, though, mostly. So they're not going to give it to her. And you have Serena Deeb, who was the NWA Women's Champion.
Never been a fan of Serena.
I don't like Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose already been champ. Nyla and Riho have been champ. So I wanted somebody new, Ty Conti's not getting it as much as I like Ty. And that one girl,
I would have been very, very accepting of Ty Conti.
that one girl that replaced Anna Jay, I don't know her name, but
I don't remember.
it's like one of Thunder Rosa's students.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
She's a pretty good wrestler, but I don't remember her name right now. She's fairly new.
Well, it says she's watching this, and she's like, "Oh, how dare you?"
But we dare.
But I had Britt Baker winning this whole thing.
You're
I
mistaken.
had her winning the tournament and then beating Sheeta for the title. Because now Sheeta's been champion longer than anybody has in the history of AEW. And she's been a great champion. It's just she hasn't been able to defend much. When she has, its matches are either thrown together or they're not on the card. But
So do we think we're going to see a clean tournament-style match here, or do we think we're going to see some shenanigans?
we might see clean knowing them. You saw Rio punching Sheeta in the face after her beating Nyla Rose, which of course I kind of figured out when they brought her. They're like, well, they're not going to bring her in with travel, and if they still have to quarantine and do all that stuff, they're not going to have Rio come here just to lose. They're going to offer like a title match or something. Come all the way from Japan. And there's rumors of them working with New Japan. This might lead to something, I don't know. But having that AEW or the Japanese side of the tournament, I don't know. I feel like, though, Sheeta's going to take it still. I'm still thinking Britt Baker's going to be the one to dethrone Sheeta. You've seen their matches they had. You can't say they didn't put on some great matches. I feel like if anybody is capable of doing it, the realistic one would be Britt Baker taking the title off Sheeta.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I just don't have enough. I don't have any dog in this fight.
Yeah.
I think both of these competitors are fantastic.
Right. And I'll be honest, I didn't know nothing about Ryo Mizunami before this tournament begins.
Yeah.
So
I think they're both fantastic. I think Rio's best chance is if AEW's really trying to build something with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
right.
They're gonna throw that that peace flag that direction.
Yeah.
Keep that forbidden door open. So
Good.
if anything, I think that's why Rio would win. But I don't.
So, but
have
is she
strong
your,
feelings either way.
is she your pick to win it, though?
I don't have strong feelings
You
either
don't?
way, but that's where I'm leaning.
Oh, okay. So you're leaning more towards Rio.
But only for those reasons.
Yeah. I could see those reasons behind it. They want to work something together. They could put the title on Rio. She could, she could even take it back to Japan and defend it a few places. Put some
Prestige
recognition
on it.
Yeah, put some prestige recognition on it. For those in Japan, still people may not know much about AEW. They see somebody like Ryo Mizunami. They're going to want to check it out.
If Japanese ratings start spiking on AEW programming, still wish it was Rosa. I would love to have seen Rosa in this fight.
It's all right. She's on the buy-in.
All right.
Along.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts about this match?
It's going to be a great, hard-hitting match, I think. It's both of these two styles.
Definitely.
What I've learned from Ryo Mizunami for this tournament, and what I've seen from Sheeta before, it's going to be an interesting match.
There's no back down in either one of them.
No, they're going to beat the brakes off each other.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Shoji style.
Well, yep, looking forward to this match. Very stoked.
He's not going to watch this.
He's going to read the results after it's over.
Okay, with that being said, on to the next match. We have Hangman Adam Page versus Big Money Matt Hardy. It's for the Big Money match. Winner receives the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings. What a stipulation.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, hold up. Before you begin, why is Matt Hardy called Big Money?
It's a character he's created.
Like recently?
Yeah.
Well, he did it in TNA, too.
He did it for a while, but
Yeah.
you know how he is.
Well, that's the first time I'm hearing about that. I thought he was...
Always, Matt Hardy, that's why he's so good. He's always
on the edge.
right. That's why he's my pick to win this. You know, Hangman's had his issues. He's had with Matt Hardy and Private Party. He's had issues with the Dark Order wanting to join him. He's turned them down. He's had a string of bad luck. I'm telling you right now, Matt Hardy's going to beat him. And I think that's going to lead to Hangman getting more into the Dark Order, joining them. Because you know they'll be there to console him after him losing, with him not getting his earnings.
So, I'm saying right now we're going to start a crowdfunding program to get Hangman Page some money after Matt Hardy takes his money.
Also,
So we're going to start a GoFundMe for Hangman Page.
GoFundMe for Hangman. I love Hangman. I really, really do. I think he could be like the future star that holds this company down. He could be the top guy in a few years.
Yeah, he needs to at least be TNT champion level.
Yeah, because he's already held the tag team titles. Him with Kenny, that was a great tag team. And I didn't know how well they would really mesh together, but they did it well. You know, he's had those big matches with Jericho and.
Yeah.
So
here's the thing, though. This could be his time to shine. You say in the future he could be the guy. This could be what makes him the guy.
It could be. Again, though, Matt Hardy's never lost on AEW pay-per-view. He's undefeated.
Nobody stays undefeated forever.
Yeah, true.
And
Right there.
Hardy, he can afford to lose a match. You know, Hangman's not a rich man. He's been wrestling for a few years, but he's nothing like the level of Matt Hardy.
And you know, something with his stipulations almost sets it up, in my idea, for the heel to win. I think. Because Matt Hardy, even if he loses all his earnings, Matt Hardy would be fine. It's Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
But somebody like Hangman, who hasn't been in and around as long as Hardy, for him to lose, what was that, 3 months?
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months worth of pay. That's not just for that's for royalties for T-shirts and merchandise, everything.
All earnings.
Action figures, all of that will go to Matt Hardy. So, I mean, I don't know if he could really afford that.
Man, they start taking away the action figure money, you're going to get Matt Cardona in here, so let's be careful.
Yeah, start talking about action figures.
It figures.
I mean, after all, I'm sure Matt's the one making the bank right now, not Hangman. No offense. But
Matt's got royalties
we
from
can all
years.
agree
Matt,
with that.
Matt is a big name in
Like
wrestling.
he's up there. He's definitely up there, way up there.
If you watched wrestling for a while, you know who Matt Hardy is.
Oh, I know who Matt Hardy is.
Yeah, he's Jeff's brother.
Exactly.
For years, he was the other Hardy until something broke.
You know, and I said for years before that, I thought Matt was the better of the two.
Better wrestler, yeah, just
Jeff's whole thing
not
was
as insane.
Jeff's whole thing was jump off everything. So, it's interesting. I feel this is Matt.
I think this is Hangman's time to shine. He's the one that tricked Matt into signing the contract to even get the stipulation.
Yeah.
You know, they've been playing him as smarter behind the scenes, whereas Matt's just been falling into his character and doing
Keep continuing.
and doing things that are not so wise. I think this is Hangman's match to win.
Okay, so we got another headbutter, I suppose. Got 1 vote for Page and 1 vote for Hardy.
We're going to get a lot of those headbutters. We're not even... we still got a bit to go.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. That's what the people want to hear as well. They want to hear all your bets and discussions. So, we get to move on to this
Let's
next...
move on. I'm ready to talk about this next match.
You ready to talk about the next match? Let's go. We've got Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky versus Penta El Zero versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts versus Mike Caster and Max Caster, my bad, excuse me, versus somebody who has not been announced yet. Do you guys have any insider on who that
I'll say
could be?
before we get on the pick, who you picking to be the mystery man? We've already got confirmation from Tony Khan himself. The mystery man in here and the mystery man Paul White's talking about. It's 2 different people.
Kenta.
Ooh.
Kenta?
Kenta's in here?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a big spoiler.
Man. He was just on recently, too, so it's not like it's...
He's already through whatever kind of quarantine he needs to be.
Yeah.
Kenta.
That's a good pick, honestly. So I've been sitting here trying to think who it could be, and
Now
I'm like,
imagine Kenta versus Darby Allin for the TNT title.
oh yes, that'll be good.
One can put out the damage, the other one can sure as hell take it.
Oh yeah, Kenta can deal out a bunch of damage. It's probably a good pick. I've been thinking about this, who it could be. I honestly don't know who it is.
And we don't know that it's going to be somebody from outside the company. We don't know that it's going to be...
Right.
We just don't know who it is. It could be anybody else on the roster.
It could be Joey Janela for all we know.
And I wouldn't complain if it was. You know, as long as it's not Enzo Amore, I'm okay.
Hey, they just resurfaced.
Nah, you and me both.
Enzo and Kaz.
Kaz XL.
Kaz XL, yes. They're going to show. That's who their mystery signing is. They're going to sign Enzo and Kaz.
No, it's not.
They're going to...
But no, I think the mystery. My pick for the mystery guy is Kenta, because he needs something to do if they're going to keep him around in any capacity. This would be the best one. Also, you want to put some prestige on a title. You put the TNT title on somebody like Kenta, and
because already you've seen some of the TNT title matches. They're making some great matches. Matches that Cody had to win the tournament. In the match he had with Brody, the dog collar match.
They're reminiscent of the old TV title.
Yeah.
That Arn Anderson carried on his shoulder for years.
Like, they put on some good matches with the TNT title, and I'm excited to see these people here. Each one of them, I think.
Anybody it's in this match, easily a contender.
Right. I mean, the way it says he's got this mystery person here, that makes me think that he's got the best chance of winning. We don't know who it is.
Because how do you prepare for the unknown?
Yeah. I mean, you got the 5 out of 6 announced, so we don't know who the last person is.
I think Lance is here to carry the match for everybody else.
Oh, Lance is just here to cause havoc.
He's
gonna throw people through ladders.
He's going to be pulling the big heavy lifting, but he's also very recently made a pretty public face turn.
I'm going to tell you this, though. If we had to go out of these people here without the to-be-determined guy, I'd put on Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky is great. He was the first ever AEW Tag Team Champion with, was it Kazarian or Daniels he was champion with?
It was Kazarian.
Kazarian, okay. And, you know, he hasn't done a whole lot since then. He had that, huh?
I think it was with Kazarian.
One of those two. And then he had that match with Cody for the TNT title, and he hasn't seen much of him since.
Yeah.
So,
I also would love to see Sky win this match. Anything that's going to keep SCU on my television, I'm in favor of.
the fact, you know, Penta's in here too. I like Penta. I do.
If it was Phoenix instead of Penta, my money would be 100% on Phoenix.
Well, sorry, Lance Archer beat him, so.
Yeah,
which was a phenomenal match.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if he was in the match, 100% I'd be on it. I'd be on that.
I don't know too much about Max Caster to actually get an opinion on him.
Max is okay.
He
was Bobby Lashley's little sister.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Max Caster was... You brought up that segment. You remember that? You remember Bobby Lashley's sister?
He sat here like...
Oh, I tried to forget about that.
Look it up on YouTube when we're done. You'll see.
Hey, Bobby Lashley's WWE champion right now, so...
Yeah, I heard about
Only
that.
the third African-American ever to be WWE champion.
Yes.
As much as I would like to see the Miz carry on for a little while, I am very proud.
Me and you talked the other night about our opinions on Lashley. So.
But I'm proud that they were willing to put the belt on a black man.
Yes.
But
yeah, back to Max Caster. I've seen what he's done in the Acclaimed. Solid. They just haven't done nothing for me yet. They're decent in there.
I like the Acclaimed.
I wish they'd quit the rapping.
I like the rapping. I like the Acclaimed. I like Bowen. He's a fantastic talent. They're both really good, but I think they need to kind of stick to the tag team wrestling.
Right.
Build
and
that
I think
tag
Bowens
team
is
division.
out.
Yeah, he's currently
So.
he's not out forever, but he's working through some things.
Some injured, leg injury or something. I think was reading something along those lines.
But having Caster and Bowens together in the tag team division is where they need to be. They don't need to focus him outward. Otherwise, you're just creating a Marty Jannetty.
Right. You know, we got Cody. I mean, I like Cody. He's been doing great stuff. I think we need to get somebody else in the picture, though, for the TNT title.
I agree.
Cody was the first ever TNT champion. He's the only 2-time TNT champion. As much as I like him, he needs to... We need to let somebody else win.
I agree.
So I feel like this mystery guy has the best chance of winning.
The best chance of winning, absolutely. Who do I want to see win? I'm still behind Scorpio.
If it wasn't the mystery guy in there, I'd go all the way for Scorpio. But with that mystery guy in there...
And it just really depends on who draws that card, who that wild card, so to speak, is.
Right.
I mean, they could pull a Matt Sydal.
They could.
He's been the wild card before.
Yeah, we remember his wild card incident.
Yeah, well, if only Nakazawa hadn't gotten his oil all over the corner.
He got his brother, too, if you saw him a few weeks ago. Nakazawa was out to get them all.
Yeah, he's killing the Sydal brothers.
That's the feud I want to see. I want to see more of that.
Anyway.
Alright, so we've already talked and discussed about a lot of these matches. We're going to take a quick break real quick, and we're going to be back. We've got a lot more matches to discuss, so please stay tuned for more. We've got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're counting me.
Speaking of 4.
So, side note, that's the main event, so I don't know if you want to do that
We only got...
last or not, or...
We only have one more segment left, so we probably won't have enough time to talk about everything in like a lot of detail, but
We can zip through the other ones
We
pretty
can
quick
zip
if
through.
you-
We can zip through these two. We don't even have to talk about that one. That's on the pre-show.
okay. So we're gonna
So
head
you
to YouTube real quick, see if we got anything.
What's up,
Hey.
YouTube? We love you, by the way.
It's only one viewer out there, so obviously they don't love us that much. And hopefully all music out here knows who's the guy in the middle by
See,
now.
are you still there? If you're there, still there, say something.
If you don't know who's the guy in the middle, I think you need to like go back and rewatch some of our previous episodes, like the past 100 episodes we've done on the show. If you still
Becoming
don't know
a
who he
feature
is.
at this point. I'm a staple of the channel.
I was saying, is that a feature or is that a bug?
What? What? I don't even know what you're talking about half the time. Okay.
As should be.
Maybe the age gap, but I don't know. Half the stuff that you say, I got no clue what you're going on about.
The story of my life.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, if we don't have any
Totally drinking that if you leave it there.
oncoming comments, I guess we will go back to the last segment of our podcast.
Somebody please talk to me.
'Cause we had a lot of people on last week. I guess everybody's busy this week. Oh well. Hopefully we're satisfying that one fan out there. They're still watching, so
Their
apparently they're
computer's
enjoying
gone
it.
idle. They went to go take a bath.
If you're taking a dump, when you get back, leave something down in the comments. But don't leave your dump.
I would hope not. Anyway.
I probably went to bed, to be honest. Okay, so you said this match was the main event of the
we
evening.
skip through the. You don't even have to go through all these people. Name them all. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? Name them all.
That'd be our whole last segment.
Okay, let me go fix up the timer real quick. We only got 17:40 for this segment, so it's 20 seconds shorter.
So we're going to skip through these basically. Move through them.
We'll work it out.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are back on Red Wolf Radio. You are listening to Pro Wrestling Roundup, and we are discussing this Sunday's AEW pay-per-view known as Revolution. We've already discussed a lot of these matches already in the show, so in case you've missed any of it, or if you want to go back, be sure to catch the replay on our YouTube channel at Peter J. Got some great content on there, by the way. It's not just wrestling related stuff, so be sure to check it out.
Yes.
So, we got a couple more matches on here to discuss. We're gonna save the main event for last because I know that's like the main showstopper of the night. So we gotta.
Well, literally.
Yeah. Literally the last match.
Stops the show.
Okay, so let's talk about this Miro and Kip Sabian match with Penelope Ford versus Best Friends Orange Cassidy. I know he's one of your favorites.
He is one of my
And Chuck
favorites.
Taylor. It's a tag team match. Let's go, guys. Cody, what your thoughts?
Best friends. Now, you see, Kip and Penelope got married a few weeks ago.
They did.
Miro was the best man.
He is the best man.
Yes, which you may know him better as Rusev.
Alexander Rusev.
Yes.
No, they took his last name away.
No, it's his first name.
Oh, that's right. They took his first name away, didn't
Yeah. So, I don't really know
they? It's
Miro.
somewhere where Matt is hiding. Riddle's first name.
Yeah, that's somewhere with all them lost names. Miro, though,
Cesaro's
I've always
first
been a
name.
big fan of him. When he first showed up the WWE a few years ago, I thought for sure that guy was going to be world champion. Obviously, that wasn't meant to be. He's come to AEW, and I'll be honest, he hasn't done a whole lot yet. He's been stuck in this with Kip and Penelope. You know, he's beat the best friend. He beat Chuck Taylor, Charles Taylor, as he called him.
Yeah.
Or it'd be his server, his butler. You see Orange and Chuck ruin the wedding. I can see the best friends from walking out with this. Because, you know, what's in the scenario? Trent's still out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Chuck Taylor and Orange, they need to do something because, you know, they have that 3 group. With Chuck down, that kind of handicaps them in a way.
Yeah. And, gotta be honest, I'm a fan of Orange and Chuck since old Pro Wrestling Guerrilla days. The man wrestles with his hands in his pockets. Not out of disrespect for the sport, but just because he can.
He is a spectacle. If you've never seen Orange Cassidy, go Google him right now. Go stop this video and go Google him.
Don't stop the video. Just
Don't stop it, it's live.
after this is over,
Finish watching it, then go Google Orange
then-
Cassidy matches.
YouTube Orange Cassidy. He was also Fire Ant in the old...
Yes, I remember watching a few of that on YouTube and was kind of shocked to learn that.
Some of the other people that are under some of those ant masks are pretty shocking too. If you go check it out. We don't have a lot of time to discuss it right now.
You know,
but check it out.
Orange showed up in that battle royal. What was that? Was that All In, All Out? One of those, like one of the first pay-per-views they had.
Orange is putting people out with Superman punches.
I didn't get
He's got
Orange-
wins over Jericho.
I'm gonna be honest. Yes, he does. He's beaten Jericho multiple times. I'll be honest. At first, I didn't understand Orange Cassidy, but then I saw him in that battle royal. I looked him up. I saw what he's doing. And I'm like, this guy's a genius. Basically, he does the minimal effort, and he's one of the most over guys on the roster.
Yeah. There's been a lot of matches that we've talked about where, you know, we think who we like is going to win or who we think should win. Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor need this win.
Orange Cassidy is the star. You know, Chuck Taylor coming off that loss to Miro. They need it.
And he spent a month having to be Miro's butler. This is their chance to stand up to the bully.
Right.
So I'm behind Best Friends for this match. I'm afraid that's not how it's going to be booked, but that's how I would like to see it go.
Oh, too. I agree. Best Friends. Although I do like to see Penelope. So
I would love to see Orange Cassidy try out that orange Superman punch on Miro and see how it lands. Because so far it's been protected.
Yes. See.
Well said. So I'm going to let you guys pick, since you guys are truly the star of the show, I'm going to let you guys pick the next match that we discuss.
I think we got to talk about this AEW World Tag Team Championship. Don't more consider Tag Team Battle Royale. I mean, it's a lot of names in here.
That is a lot of names. We have the list right in front of our screens right now.
A lot of tag teams.
It's a lot of names, a lot of tag teams, a lot of talent.
Now, I think this is going to go. Depends if they're putting this or the world title or tag team title match before. I could see it going either way. If they have Young Bucks win, they're not going to have a particularly face team win. If they have Jericho and MJF win, they're not really going to have a heel team win. I can see that as, depending on who wins the tag team match, whichever one of those goes first. If that goes first or this goes first, that could determine.
I can't see the list from here. Bear Country's in this match, right?
Yes.
Bear Country wins.
Bear Country. I haven't really seen them.
Bear Country.
I mean, hey, you got 3 different teams of the Dark Order, so they got 3 chances at winning.
Bear Country wins.
Bear Country. You think they're going to do that, though?
I think Bear Country.
If I had to go here, I'd say Death Triangle has the best chance, probably. Pac and Phoenix. I also Who else? Again,
It's
Santana
a battle
Ortiz.
royal. Phoenix is going to get thrown. He's too good on the top rope.
Yeah. Santana Ortiz, very good chance, I think. Hey, I'd love to see
If Jericho
Caesar,
and MJF win, then Santana and Ortiz do have a great chance of winning this match.
if Jericho and MJF win, then my pick is Santana and Ortiz.
You really destroy that inner circle.
If the Young Bucks win,
Now, let me be honest. I don't think they're going to let Bear Country win. I don't think they're going to book Bear Country to win. Do I want Bear? Yes, I want Bear Country to win.
the Young Bucks win, I'm gonna pick Private Party. Private Party's beaten the Bucks before, and with Matt Hardy in their corner now, they've got that new attitude. Be an interesting rematch, I'd say. What about you? Which team are you thinking?
Which team do I think?
Yeah, which team do you think out of
See,
these?
I don't want to bet no money on this, but if I had to, give you guys my top pick, my top analysis on this match, I want to give it to SoCal Uncensored, Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels.
SCU, two veterans in the business.
Now, SCU has said if they lose a match as a tag team, they're never going to tag again.
That's true, but
However, this is not it's a
it's not. It's a
traditional
battle
tag team.
royal, so
Right,
would
so
they?
that I don't think that stipulation counts.
Right. Didn't they get rid of that stipulation?
Oh no,
I
it's
thought they said they changed that or something.
No, what I think needs to happen is some heel tag team needs to heel their way into them losing a match.
Yes.
And have Kazarian and Daniels feud for about a year before they get back together, because that's the only way of getting out of the stipulation. They've got to lose. They've eventually got to lose. They can't just win every match for the rest of their careers.
Fair enough.
So I think that they need to lose the match. They need to feud because those two work really well against each other. Have for years. They're fantastic as a team.
They basically built TNA for the most part. Daniels did.
Yeah.
When I think of TNA, Daniels is one of the first names that comes to mind.
I think about both of those
Kazarian,
great
and AJ.
people.
Yes. Daniels, Kazarian, AJ.
So that said, I think that those two need to lose the tag team match so they can go on for the inevitable feud, and Kazarian needs to come out of that as the heel because he's lately been playing the angry guy of the team.
Right.
But in, say, a year's time after they've been feuding and working on things, when somebody punches your brother, what do? You're allowed to punch your brother, right? But when somebody punches your brother, what do? So somebody punches Kazarian, and who comes to his aid? But Daniels.
Yes.
And then we're back. SCU's back. So that's my view on that. I don't think they're going to win the tag team battle royal. I think there's a better story to be told with them not winning it.
Fair pick. Now, that's good enough for me. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this main event. This is a match I'm waiting for.
Dude, I am
This
too.
match is going to be deadly. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be bloody. If you got a small child at home, you're going to want to put them to bed.
Moxley has already said this match is not for your children.
You've seen what Moxley, and you can go ahead and tell him about this. I've got to pull up the rules.
Okay, no, you're good. Okay, so last but not least, we have the main event for the evening. This is going to be a true slobber knocker, guys, as JR would call it.
That's trademarked, but we had to pay a royalty fee to use it.
I hope not.
Slobber knocker.
Who paid for this?
You've
It's
got
a nickel every time we say the word.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we've got Kenny Omega versus John Moxley for the AEW World Championship in an exploding barbed wire death match.
All right.
Exploding barbed wire
Deathmatch.
deathmatch.
And I have this is here from Kenny Omega's Twitter account. The rules of this match. He says 3 sides of the ring ropes will be wrapped in barbed wire. Contact with the barbed wire triggers explosives on the corresponding side. And they got something called triple hell, which is 3 zones on the floor that are wired to explosives. And right here it says 30-minute countdown timer until all explosives in and around the ring detonate.
So
It's gonna be fantastic.
maximum 30-minute match.
Maximum carnage. Yes, it's gonna be fantastic. Now, I discovered Kenny Omega a few years ago. Unlike most of these guys, who I had no clue before. I actually knew Omega going in before AEW started. I saw the matches he's had with guys like the Okada, Match with Jericho. I stayed up all night to watch that match.
Yeah.
I did. Fantastic. And even before then, I've seen a bit of his stuff. So I knew just how good Kenny was. Okay?
His stuff in The Beautiful Lovers.
Right. With Ibushi. And, you think Ibushi's showing?
Coda could be Big Show's pick for the...
All right, real quick. Who's Big Show's pick? You think it's Coda?
It depends.
I'm going what I heard. Big names are Christian and Van Dam. I think it might be Van Dam. Rob Van Dam.
It could be Van Dam. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, and he is Hall of Fame worthy.
Right. But those are
Batista has been posting stuff online.
Batista's denied it himself.
But he's also been posting stuff online, and Mr. White did say something about the evolution.
Yeah, and somebody tweeted about that, and Batista denied it and said he's staying retired and wish people quit asking.
No. He said maybe we need to redefine what retired means.
Yeah, basically, he said it's not Punk either because Punk done did that.
It's not Punk.
No, it's not Punk. Anyway, though, we had to get that out of the way real quick. But back to this, and Moxley, ever since he left the WWE, he's basically a different person. I liked him as Dean Ambrose, but they would only let him do so much.
Dean Ambrose was a muscled up version of the bad guy from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. John Moxley is a different monster.
Right, and it's not saying as his run as Ambrose was bad. I'm not saying that. But by WWE standards, he had a good run. I think that when he got,
the
when he was gone,
and everything.
Yeah, Mitch the Plant. How were we discussing that earlier?
Yeah, he's my favorite, Mitch.
I was for certain that when they announced he was leaving, I was for certain, it's a work, he's staying, and then he found his home here in AEW, and he's been totally different since then. Matches he's had, Tom Stars, Jericho, match with Kingston, all those good matches he's had. This match is going to be brutal. It's going to be bloody, violent. I cannot wait for it. This is up Moxley's alley. You saw Renee Young posted about this, didn't you?
Yeah.
About him being in this.
But I don't think they're ready to take the belt off of Omega.
They're not taking the belt off Omega. I'm telling you why Moxley's losing. Because, he's going to have a baby in a few months. I mean, and that's why I was so shocked that he beat Kenta to retain the IWGP US title. Because I was for certain he's going to drop that. He's going to lose this to Omega, and he's going to go home and be a dad for a while. But then he beat Kenta. I was like, well, maybe not. I don't know. But then the exploding barbed wire death match, when Kenny said that, I was like, this is going to be a match where Moxley's going to destroy Omega. Omega's going to destroy Moxley. You've seen their Lights Out match they had, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Fantastic match.
But also remember who's Kenny got behind him.
He got Don Callis. He's got the Good Brothers. I mean...
And
I don't know if the Bucks are still in there or not.
And Kenta.
Yeah. So, either way, I would pick Kenny to win because I've said for years I'm a big Kenny fan. I think right now he's getting to show the world that he is one of the best.
He is arguably the best professional wrestler.
He is. Although the PWI 500 rated Moxley's number one, I'll say Moxley's great, but I would put, in my opinion, Mega is the best in the world. Right now. So that's why 100% Omega's going to come out. Nobody's going to come out of this. Nobody's going to come out of this. You're going to survive this.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to win. You're going to survive.
What I believe Pete and I were talking the other day. Maybe it was you I was talking to, but there's a phrase that Taz used to use.
Yeah.
Win if you can. Survive if he lets you.
Yeah, this isn't a match you win. This is a match you survive. And I think Moxley's going to push himself a little too far. That's going to be his downfall. So we know there's nothing Moxley won't do to win.
And he needs a couple months off.
Yeah, and that's right. I said, with Renee being legit pregnant, he needs that time to go home, be with her, be a dad. It's Kenny. I don't see Moxley taking it off Kenny.
Yeah, but again, this match isn't about winning or losing. This match is about hurting the other person.
This match is about beating the holy crap out of the other person.
There will be a metric shit ton of blood in this match.
There will be tons of blood. Like,
you will see at least one barbed wire bat, I'm sure.
Oh, of course. When it's a barbed wire match, you know they're going to wrap the bat in barbed wire. They always do.
I'm not. You're going to see the cameraman wrapping the cameras in barbed wire in this match.
Moxley's going to hit him with a barbed wire wrap camera. Moxley's going to wrap everything. I've seen barbed wire tables. I see everything happening. That's why I'm excited. This is a match I'm most looking forward to. Nobody's going to come out the same. I know it's not going to happen. I kind of like to see Don Callis get thrown to one of those.
You're not a fan of the Jackal?
He's okay, but, I mean, he's okay. That's all I can say about Don Callis.
Invisible Hand.
The Invisible Hand. I would like to see him.
Is that a Venture Brothers bad guy?
It might be. I don't know.
It is, sort of.
Anyway, with him and the
Phantom Limb.
with him and the Good Brothers, it's going to be amazing. Match of the night, I think, is that.
Well
Yeah,
said.
I think, we have a few that we're butting heads on, but I think we're
pretty
on the
much
same
on
page
here.
on this. This is not a match about winning or losing. Nobody that's in this match is a winner.
No. You might be the champion at the end of this, but you didn't win. You survived.
So, yeah. Are you interested in seeing some people blow some limbs off?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna tune in for the main event just to see what happens. Just to see what happens in the very end.
Fair enough.
Alrighty then. Good enough for me.
Yep. So, guys, that's all the time we have for this episode of Pro Wrestling Roundup. Thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate you guys. Choosing to listen to us when you could be doing something else. We will be back next week with some more very exciting content on the way, so be on the lookout. To nobody.
Yeah. To that one person watching.
I wonder if they're still there. To that one person that's watching out there, we're gonna check out the comments.
Are you still there?
Are you still here? Hey, Chuck's in the house.
Hey,
Look at that.
Demo
Chuck
God.
Taylor?
Who's the big signing? Ooh.
Chuck, are you still
And-
there,
and-
bro? Are you still there with us, brother?
Now, we said that a little bit, but now we can talk a little bit more for Chuck, who we think.
Now we can go all out. This isn't gonna be on the.
Again, all outs in a few months. This is Revolution.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. I
No
appreciate
problem.
you. So, Chuck, thank you for joining aboard on the
appreciates him.
stream.
Are you still there, Chuck? Please.
Just missed like the whole hour of our broadcast, but
Oh, well.
we got a little bit of downtime right now.
He just
We
signed in so you can watch the replay immediately after
Right.
this.
Yeah, Chuck, watch the replay. You'll
Chuck,
enjoy
in
it.
case you missed it, I picked RVD as the big signing. Who'd you pick? Who'd you pick as Big Show signing?
Okada.
Okada, yes, that's right. Okada.
Yo, we got Robert in the house now. That's what I'm talking
Robert
about.
The Fiend. Oh no, it's the Fiend.
I doubt the Fiend is the signing.
The Fiend.
What
is
if
the
it was
signing.
another big WWE guy though? Who is there in WWE right now whose contract is up? Who could do it?
Nobody.
Nobody really. Can't think of really anybody. Anybody at least that would be leaving that's Hall of Fame worthy. Actually, hold on.
Make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah, let me put it on this side so it's closer to Doug to see.
But yeah, guys, to those people that are watching via YouTube right now, we just discussed like the whole AEW card for this weekend, the pay-per-view for the past hour. Now you guys just missed all the action.
Hey, well, don't worry. Hey, we didn't go over the buy-in match. You went for them two people watching.
Yeah, I don't really
Give them
care
a-
much about the buy-in.
Give them an exclusive. It's not going to be CM Punk.
Hey, he wants it to be
Robert.
CM Punk.
Robert, it's not CM Punk. He's done said himself. That's,
You know, if it was CM Punk,
if it was CM Punk,
he'd say it wasn't.
yeah, he has said that wrestling Twitter would explode if it's CM Punk. I don't think so though.
I'm hopeful about it, but like
But
you
he's
said,
not
it's-
under WWE
it's gonna
contract.
be very slim.
That's true. I mean, Tony Khan did say himself.
What if it's my daddy, Sean Waltman?
Well, I don't know about that. But Tony Khan has said that person